Well, hello internets, here we are. We have ourselves a vlog for the day in progress. It's been a good day so far. And yeah, welcome to our vlog, so here we go. Well, it's been probably 3 days since I picked up a camera. Part of it's to do with the whole settling into camping thing, kind of becoming, I call it one with nature, but it's not really that, but just relaxing, not wanting electronics to be on, taking a step back from social media, not really being online, nowhere near what I was. I haven't even watched a YouTube video since, what would it be, a little bit over a week ago now? Partly to do with I don't have Wi-Fi, and I can't afford another $700 cell phone bill again. And I know they offer something where you can pay and get downloads so you can watch your YouTube offline. So I was thinking of maybe signing up for that possibility of for next season or something. I think it costs like $15 a month that you can pay through iTunes cards to YouTube, so that doesn't sound too insane. It'll give a guy something to do to watch, especially those nights where it takes a minute or two to fall asleep. I have downloaded some movies from Netflix, however, I burnt through them pretty quick. A couple of those nights when it was really hot a couple of nights and I couldn't really sleep. I had the air conditioning on, and air conditioning's okay, but for me anyway, the air conditioning actually hurts. So after the room or space gets cool, then I start to hurt because the cold air makes me ache. So it takes a bit to overcome the sharpness of the cold, and then I can fall asleep. On to the whole couple of days we had that was hot. I think we had 3 days that was really hot in total. Like plus 35, plus 36 Celsius temperatures. So that's getting fairly warm. The air conditioning in the old Jayco has been a champion. I'm sure I would have survived without it. I have in the past. However, it's nice to have the AC to take the edge off. I'm very grateful for this trailer. It may not be the exact dream trailer that I have in mind, but at the same time it's perfect for my needs in this stage of my life. It's funny how your idea of your life or your hopes for your life changes over time. And with it changing over time, sometimes it opens up new things, and other times it closes doors on old things that you've been hanging on to for far too long, in the hopes of things ever being back to what they once were for normal. And this Jayco is kind of one of them. Was bought on an impulse when I thought I needed more space in my life for someone else. And yeah, it's a little bit big for one person. But at the same time, by the time you get your stuff in there, and your gear and your suitcase and the dog and the dog's suitcase and a few things, these trailers, or at least these particular model anyway, of Jayco doesn't really have much for storage. I could see of at least another 2 to 3 places to put cupboards where they have an open wall. If it was me, I would have a cupboard there, and then we'd be okay for storage. I do have one cupboard of junk that I probably could sort through, and it was on the list to do. There is one cupboard that has a emergency stash of food in it, like survival kind of dry food, that I probably should go through to make sure it's still good from 2-3 years ago. And there's one cupboard of toaster and kettle and things like that probably could go somewhere else if there was another space, because they don't get used a lot. But at the same time, where are you going to put them, right? But like I said, just out here enjoying the nature, enjoying the quietness, enjoying the lack of car engines revving, sirens going every 20 minutes, half hour, the lack of unnecessary noise pollution. You don't realize how much noise a person puts up with in their day-to-day life until they get out somewhere where noise is at a minimal output. Sitting here with your favorite beverage cracked, listening to the birds sing, listening to the rustling in the trees, watching the gophers and squirrels play, watching the robins chase the little baby squirrels around. I've never seen that before, but I seen a robin take a swoop at a little baby gopher or squirrel the other day. I never knew that a robin would swoop at a small rodent or so like that. But that was kind of interesting to watch. Of course, all the interesting things always happen off camera when your cell phone's out of reach or you don't have it with you. But gonna get on with the old day, see what's the what. Maybe take a walk up to the clubhouse for some ice cream later on. They were forecasting rain. It's been a little bit overcast all day, but slightly humid. I guess it is what it is, and around we go. And we'll catch y'all later. Well, hello internets, here we are. We come to the end of a great day. A little bit of a overcast day. A bit of a threat of rain all day, but nothing really more than a thimbleful fell, because must have went around us, I suppose. Other areas that are around us say they got some rain, so I guess consider it lucky that didn't get nothing today on this camping adventure. Had a wonderful supper, cooked some hamburgers here. Cooked a couple extra for either tomorrow or the day after. One of the things about having the ability to store food and the ability to reheat food, like a microwave and a fridge for storage, is you can have leftovers, and it's not a huge big ordeal to reheat or get ready to reserve. I remember way back when I used to tent, or my basic tent trailer that I had didn't have any of that by far. I had a cooler with ice in it that would last 2 or 3 days. After that, you're pretty much SOL, and you learn to freeze your food before you go, so it lasts that much longer before being unthawed, and then that much longer well unthawed before it's questionable to eat. Plus, your diet changes too, so most of the stuff you eat is either out of a can or already at room temperature, so it doesn't really matter if it's stored cold or hot or, well, warm. You open a can and either eat it right out of the can or dump it into a pot, and away you go. Sometimes you puncture the lid of the can and set it right down in the coals of the fire, and by the time you're done doing a couple of things, the contents are warm enough to eat, and then you're good to go. Sometimes the simplest ways of doing things are quite often the best. The more complicated you get, the worse it gets. Sometimes the bigger ordeal, the bigger rig, the bigger vehicle, the more headache and hassle you have before you leave on the adventure. And sometimes, like back in the day, you grabbed your hockey bag, which contained all your gear for camping, grabbed your big blue jug, fill it full of tap water, and make sure you have a case of macaroni, a few cans of beans, and such. If you want to get fancy, you bring bacon. If you have a cooler, you bring eggs and such, but if not, then you either buy, per day of use, you go to a local store and buy your day's worth of groceries, or you eat your canned goods and keep it simple, right? But today was a good day, tomorrow's another one, around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.